Hey, shalom, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I would like to give all praises to the Most High Yahawah, Bahasham Yahawahshi, Bahasham Brakakwadash, Brakata Yahawah, Brakata Yahawahshi, Brakata Yahawah, Bahasham Yahawahshi. All praises to the Most High Yahweh, Bahasham Yahawahshi, for giving me at least the spirit to come out here once more, to do this teaching. And Yahweh is the true name of the Most High God of Israel, the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Yahawahshi is the true name of his only begotten Son, the one whom the world ignorantly calls Jesus, Yeshua, Christ, and all other different names. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, GMS. These are the men that taught me this truth, which is the 100% truth. Peace and salutations to the hopeful elect spread around the four corners of the earth, pushing this gospel in all sincerity, most especially in these last days. Shalom also to all those few Akiams and Akwats who are sincerely seeking this truth. My name is the brother Yara from the Gms Italia camp. And all praises to the Most High Yahawahshi. I can go live on this channel again. Because these devils, they've been messing up with my channels lately. Most especially this main channel. They give me strikes, when they release the channel, I try to go live, and it's impossible for me to go live after a few seconds. The video breaks, But it's all good. And as usually, we're out here once more, to prophesy the downfall of this wicked kingdom that's run by Esau Edom, the so-called white man that's in power today. His biblical nationality is Esau Edom. And as you can see, the title that I gave this video is, if Yahawahshi doesn't return, we are all doomed, man. The only hope that we have is the return of Yahawahshi Mashiach. And the reason why I came up with this title is because, today I was having a conversation with a mechanic, that was actually, working on my car. And, I saw actually that there were actually two. The mechanic himself is not interested in the truth. He's not interested in anything about the truth. He's only interested about the cars and all that thing. So, I wouldn't even waste my time. To start speaking to him about the truth. As the scripture says, cast not your pears onto shrines. As sons of the flood, shalom akia Yahweh Shem Yahushua Shem Kakudash Brakta. So I was speaking with the other man that was beside him. He just came up with some topic. I wasn't really going to speak. They were speaking about certain crises and all that. So I was like, man, can you see the way things are going? It looks like really we're going. No, they actually he came up with the war between Russia and Ukraine. So I gave my 2 cents about it, and I was like, the Third World War is inevitable. The Third World War must surely come. It was like, no, I don't believe this, that, and all that. And this is the spirit that these people are coming in. The people that are in this kingdom, majority of them don't want this kingdom to fall. They don't see no evil happening in this kingdom. They feel comfortable in this wicked kingdom. So I started like bringing out some topics about, different topics about the wickedness in this kingdom, the deep wickedness of things that are happening. So I was enlightening the guy, with different things. I even spoke to him about, how the elites, they harvest, baby blood and all that thing, So, the thing really got him shocked. Like, really, such things is happening. I was like, yeah, even worse things are happening, And I was like, the Third World War is inevitable. It must come. And we are all going to be destroyed. So he was like, then what's the solution? I was like, the solution is the Messiah, who is Yahawahshi. But he didn't agree with me. He was like, no, there is no Messiah. The Messiah is not going to come and all that. So I understand, where he stands. Now, these people, you can't even speak about the truth with them because, the Most High has given them, this sleeping spirit. And I could tell that they were jakes, though. The Most High has given them the spirit that they are asleep, man, deep sleep, man. So after the conversation and all that, I went back upstairs, and I went on the group chats with the Akim, and you know, a few Akim started posting certain things in the group chats, you know, showing the real wickedness of Esau Edom, man. And I was like, damn, if the Most High Yahawahshi don't send his son, Yahawahshi, our savior, to redeem us from the hands of these devils, man, we are all doomed, man. That's the only hope that we have. The only hope that we have is Yahawahshi returning. The only hope that we have is Yahawahshi returning. And if you don't see that the wickedness of this place is off the roof, if you can't see it, man, I don't know what to tell you, man. It means you're actually being prepared for the destruction. I'm just going to read. I'm going to read from the book of Genesis. Is it the 27th chapter? I'm going to read about the blessing of Esau. Let's read about the blessing of Esau and pick out some points to get edification. So this is the book of Genesis. This is the book of Genesis, chapter 27, and I'll read from verse 36. Okay, so if you know the story real well, it's all been prepared through the Spirit that Jacob was going to receive the blessing, you know, the blessing the blessing that was going to go down to the 12 tribes, and that blessing is going to put us in our right positions as the administrators of this world, man. This blessing is going to keep us at the right position that we're meant to be as the sons of the Most High Yahawahshi, as the princes of the power, you know, and govern over the rest of all the nations. Now, take a look at how these wicked people are ruling. You see the point where we find ourselves, and things are just yet to get worse than what it is right now. And as a matter of fact, you know, Esau didn't really care about that blessing because he sold his birthright for a plate of lentils, man. You know, he didn't care about the blessing, so he sold it off, man. And now he's trying to get that blessing by all means, by force, through his weapon, the sword, which is the blessing that's been given to him. He's trying to get that blessing by all means. And he has the blessing right now because he's ruling. He's ruling. But you see, if Yahawahshi, our Savior, doesn't return, we are all doomed. We're fucked, man. You know? So reading from the book of Genesis 27, verse 36. And he said, is not he rightly named Jacob? For he had supplanted me these 2 times. And you see, and this is the hypocrisy of the so-called white man. You know, Esau purposely he willingly sold his birthright to his brother, and now is complaining that he's been supplanted. He's trying to play smart, and Jacob, which is named Yahweh, which means supplanter, you know, he played smart on him. You know? And now he's complaining that he's been supplanted these 2 times. But the first time, you actually sold your birthright to him. You didn't care about the birthright. It says, he took away my birthright, and behold, now he hath taken away my blessing. And he said, hast thou not reserved the blessing for me? And Isaac answered and said unto Esau, behold, I have made him thy lord, and all his brethren have I given for servants, and with corn and wine have I sustained him. And what shall I do now unto thee, my son? You see, the whole blessing was given to Jacob, and this blessing is going to get into its full force in the kingdom. You know, that's why if you're in your right mind, you have to pray for the kingdom of heaven to come as quick as possible, man. Because in the kingdom of heaven, that's where everything is going to be all right. That's where you finally get peace. Don't be deceived. You can't get peace in this place. You cannot get peace in this kingdom. Get it right. Peace is going to come in the kingdom that's yet to come. That's the kingdom of heaven. That's going to be governed by Yahawahshi. Then you have the 12 apostles. You have King David, you know. And the rest of the 144 and the one third. This is where you find peace. But here, you're trying to seek your piece of peace. I'm sorry, you can't find peace in this place. And it reads on. Verse 38. And Esau said unto his father, Hast thou but one blessing, my father? Bless me, even me also, my father. And Esau lifted up his voice and wept. And Isaac his father answered and said unto him, Behold, thy dwelling shall be the fatness of the earth, and of the dew of the heaven from above. So you see, Esau actually is enjoying the fatness of the earth right now, because this is the blessing that was given to him. And remember the book of 2nd Esdras, the 6th chapter, the 9th verse, it tells you that Esau is the end of the world and Jacob is the beginning that follow it. Meaning that Esau is going to be ruling the world right now towards its end, because we are actually at the end of this age. So Esau is the one in power, he's ruling, he has the fatness of the earth, man. Anywhere you see that's beautiful upon the face of the earth, all these places, don't be deceived, it's all run by Esau, man. And you have all the Jakes, them being concentrated in them ghettos. Them ghettos were built for Jake, you know. You have Jakes living in them projects, man, living one on top each other. Gentrification. But Esau has the fatness of the earth. You have certain boulevards, you have certain parts of the city where you have the real rich of Esau living there, you know. You as a Jake, you can't afford to live in such places. So Esau has the fatness of the earth. You have certain private islands that people don't even know about, man. And you have all these elites, Esau's elites, you know. They go there for parties, you know. You know, what's the word I'm looking for? You know, Esau's perverseness, you know. You have these parties in these private islands where they carry out different kinds of wicked rituals, man. In which if the Most High opens your eyes and show you just a quarter of the wickedness of Esau, you might really go crazy, man. You might not become the same person that you used to be. That's to tell you the level of wickedness that Esau is. Esau is the border of wickedness, man. As the book of Obadiah, the 1st chapter tells you. Malachi. Esau is pure wickedness. It was created for such. Now them brothers were sending certain videos, man. And I was like, damn, man. Esau is so fucking wicked, man. Esau is the definition of wickedness. Now you have what do you call it? Oh man, I just don't want these people to take down this channel, because there is a lot of things, you know, you if you know what Esau is doing really behind organ harvesting. Esau got its agents all over the world, man. You see all these countries that received that accept the democracy and all that BS. They are all actually working. They are all working for Esau, okay? And if you know what the history tells you about China, you can go read on Wikipedia. I think the history of Hong Kong. It tells you of how Esau overtook Moab, and Esau planted his what do you call them? His puppets in to rule in Moab's land. So even the Moabites, they don't even know that Esau, many of the Moabites, they don't know that they are so-called presidents, the so-called powers that be. Many of them are Edomites, you see? And that's why you see Moab is actually pushing for this NWO as well. Because you have Esau, Edom ruling in majority of these countries. Take, for example, the countries in Africa. Esau is actually ruling in many of these countries. And Esau has his puppet government, you know, carrying out his will, actually. And these people, the wickedness that they do, you can't put a limit to the wickedness of Esau. You see all these elites of Esau, they have their organs changed. I think about monthly. Some have their organs changed every 6 months, every year. They get people's organs. You see, we're living two different worlds, man. You know, Jake is actually living a world in which he's trying to get his daily bread. You know, waking up early in the morning, going to work, breaking his back, walking 10 hours, you know, and trying to just carry a few crumbs back home. Then you have the elites of Esau who are trying to live forever, you know, harvesting people's organs, eating babies and drinking blood. I don't want to say certain things, man, you know. The wickedness of this place is off the roof. So you see, if Yahawahshi is not coming back, as a matter of fact, Esau already sees us as useless consumers, man. You know? Useless eaters. So if Yahawahshi doesn't come back, we are all doomed. And you see, as the elder Apostle Taha made a lesson, I think the last week, you know, speaking about the so-called celebrities who think that they're blessed. They're not blessed because they're still bowing to Esau. Esau has the fatness of this place. And all he can do is give you crumbs if you work for him. And those crumbs, he can take them back anytime he wants. You see. So reading on verse 38, I read again. And Esau said unto his father, no, 39. And Isaac his father answered and said unto him, Behold, thy dwelling shall be the fatness of the earth and of the dew of heaven from above. And by thy sword shalt thou live. By thy sword shalt thou live. Esau has been living by a sword. Now if you go on Google, you can just type in American war tours, and don't get it wrong. America came out from the Great Britain. Great Britain is the mother of the United States, you know. Then you have these European countries and all that. They are all Edomites, you know. The NATO, the countries of the NATOs, they show you that they are all Edomites, actually, you know. And I'm saying this not to tell you that, you know, certain Israelites are not sprinkled amongst those people. You have Israelites sprinkled among all nations upon the earth. You have Edomites looking like Moabites. You have Edomites looking like Elamites. You have Edomites also looking like Edom. You have Israelites looking like Edomites, you know. But the point I'm trying to pull out is Esau has control of all these lands, man. You know. And by his sword, Esau is living. Esau is actually going to different countries and waging wars on countries, man. If they don't accept his terms, he wages war on you, man. Esau sells arms to different countries and gets hold of their resources. This is what Esau does. Esau has full control of these places. You have countries down there in Africa like Nigeria, for example, which is where I'm actually originally from. Take, for example, Nigeria. Now, I was just discovering certain things not too long, that Nigeria has some natural resources that you can't even imagine, man. Lithium is in Nigeria as I speak to you today. There is a special mineral called californium, you know. Very, very expensive. I think 27 million per gram of this natural resource. It's in Nigeria. And no wonder people already, you know, the Most High actually said in the scriptures that Esau shall be made bare. Let me get that scripture real quick. Esau shall be made bare because, you see, majority of the people, they're finding out that Esau is actually behind the problems of the world. Please just bear with me. This is the book of Jeremiah 49. This is the book of Jeremiah chapter 49, verse 10. It says, But I have made Esau bare. I have uncovered his secret places, and he shall not be able to hide himself. Esau has been made bare. The Most High is revealing his secrets. All the wickedness that Esau has been doing, trying to hide, the Most High is revealing everything, you know. The people down there in Nigeria, there many people are waking up and they're finding out, just like the rest of Africa, they're finding out that Esau is actually behind the instability of their nations. So as I was speaking of Nigeria, Nigeria has so much natural resources. They found lithium in Nigeria. And now you have this terrorist group, Boko Haram, that's terrorizing Nigeria. And this terrorist group, Boko Haram, is based in certain parts of Nigeria, okay? And in this certain parts of Nigeria, you can't dare step your feet in those places because those people are going to just make, they're going to kill you, man. And now people are finding out the reason why those people are there. Because they find out that you have Esau, Edomites, you know, coming to those places where you have these resources. They have their satellite phones. They have their computers that work with the satellites. And Esau can, even in the midnight, get to certain places in Nigeria where even the Nigerian military can't get to. They get killed. They get destroyed. Esau has the ability to get to these places. So the people are now understanding that. So Esau actually created this Boko Haram to be their sort of guide, you know. So you see the wickedness of this place is man. The more you find out how wicked these people are, the more you pray for the kingdom of heaven to come real quick. Esau has a hand in every damn thing. The natural resources, the lives. As a matter of fact, let's get the book of Revelation, the 18th chapter. Esau has a hand in all these things, man. Please bear with me. This is the book of Revelation, chapter 18, verse 12. It says, the merchandise of gold and silver, these are the things that were found in Esau's hand at his destruction. Speaking of America, okay, Babylon the Great. It says the merchandise of gold and silver and precious stones. And these precious stones are actually speaking about natural resources that, you know, you haven't even heard about, man. When I heard about this Californium, that it's a special stone, they don't speak about these things, man. And let me just check it out. A second. Wow. Californium actually cost $27 million a gram. And this is just one of the stones that's found in the hands of Esau. Esau has all different kinds of natural resources that they don't even tell you, you regular people. They don't teach you in school about these natural resources that Esau has a hand on. And that's what's been spoken of here in the book of Revelation, the 18th chapter. It says, the merchandise of gold and silver, the precious stones, and the pearls, and fine linen, and purple, and silk, and scarlet, and all thin wood, and all manner vessels of ivory, and all manner vessels of most precious wood, and brass, and iron, and marble, and cinnamon, and odors, and ointment, and frankincense, and wine, and oil, and fine flour, and wheat, and beasts, and sheep, and horse, and chariots, and slaves, and souls of men. In Esau's hand is being found the souls of men. As I was saying, I saw a video today, I was like, damn. You see where they were harvesting people's organs, you know? just throw people, just literally like chickens, man. You know, there was a place they found in China. You have, I don't know how much babies, many, a lot. They've harvested their organs and they just put them into this chemical that dissolves their bones and all that. Man, you see, if oh goodness, man, we can't, the natural mind cannot contain how wicked Esau is. The natural mind cannot contain how wicked Esau is. So you see why the Most High Yahawahshi is justified in exterminating this race of people. The Most High Yahawahshi is justified in exterminating them. Because these people, if you have them around, you can't have peace. You cannot have peace. As long as Esau is around, you cannot have peace. Esau needs to be absolutely destroyed from the face of the earth for in order for peace to be around. But first, before he gets destroyed, he have to pay back. He that killeth with the sword shall be killed by the sword. He that leadeth into captivity must go into captivity. This is the fate of Esau Edom, the so-called white man in power today. Reading on from the book of Genesis, chapter 27, and verse 40, it says, and by thy sword shalt thou live, and shalt serve thy brother. And it shall come to pass, when thou shalt have the dominion, that thou shalt break his yoke from off thy neck. And this is actually speaking about the so-called Dark Ages. You know, the time of the Middle Ages. And Esau is going to, if you try to make researches on that, Esau will tell you that he knows only a little about that time. Why? Because Esau is trying to hide the fact that Jake was ruling over him. But you see, as I just read the book of Jeremiah, Esau is being made bare. There is no history. There is nothing that Esau can keep hidden anymore. Everything is being revealed. If you pray to the Most High Yahawahshi to open your eyes, the Most High will open your eyes to see. As it is written, seek and you shall find. Knock and it shall be opened unto you. We have proofs. We have evidences that Jake ruled at a certain period in Europe. And this time is known as the so-called time of Dark Ages. You know? And this started actually from the rulership of, what's that emperor? Is it Nerva? If I'm mistaken, someone can correct me. Nerva, you know? That's after the Vespasian, the Flavian Empire. When it fell, that was the end of Esau's rulership as the Roman emperors. Okay. Then what happened during the time of Renaissance? Esau came back. That's where the name Renaissance gets itself from. In Italian, Rinascimento. And Rinascimento actually means rebirth. And in order for you to be reborn, it means you actually died. You once died. So Esau died during the Dark Ages, and they came back again and reinvented themselves. You know? They came back again to power. And ever since then, they've been in power till this day. And see how much wicked, every year that passes by, the world gets always 20, 200, 2,000 steps further in wickedness, man. And well, it's written in the book of Matthew, the 24th chapter, that the hearts of men shall wax cold. Each year, the hearts of men are waxing cold. People don't really care no more about their neighbors. People don't care no more about humanity. Everyone is caring about only themselves. You know? And this is what this kingdom is all about, man. Get as much as you can and live the best life you can. This is what it's all about. And you see, many of our people have been carried away by this wicked way of living. Many of our people have lost their mind, actually. They don't even know who they are, you know. struggling and trying to catch a piece of Esau's cake, hey, you get a piece of that Esau's cake, you're going to die by that cake, man. Reading on. Verse 41, and Esau hated Jacob because of the blessing wherewith his father blessed him. And Esau said in his heart, the days of mourning for my father are at hand. Then will I slay my brother Jacob. So Esau hated his brother. The book of Ezekiel tells you that Esau has had a perpetual hatred for his brother Jacob. And that hatred runs in the blood of his sons till this day. And you see, our people are trying to bend themselves over, trying to get love from these so-called white people. But you can never get love from these people. They've been programmed to hate you. They hate Jake. That's why you see in the society where Esau is ruling, there is no equality, and there can never be equality. And as a matter of fact, the Most High Yahawahshi never created us or created us to be equal, man. He has created us to be above all the nations, and the Most High Yahawahshi has divided all nations to their various lots, man. We're not created to be all equal. So you see, most of our people, Jake is actually looking for what they can never find in this kingdom. That's why I say, if Yahawahshi doesn't return, we are all doomed. We are all fucked, man. You know? And things is only going to escalate. Things is only going to get worse than it is. You see, them devils are having their meeting in Davos right now in Switzerland, you know, deciding the future, deciding what they want to implement, which is going to lead us to that great time of Jacob's trouble that the apostles have been teaching about decades. And you see certain Jakes are making jest of them, not knowing that they're actually making jest of themselves. You see, the Most High Yahawahshi is not mocked. Whatever you sow, that's what you reap, man. People are taking this truth for granted. They're actually getting how do you say it? They're getting they're losing their patience, because you see, the Most High has a certain time for each prophecy to happen. Some people don't even believe in these prophecies no more. Like I was saying, I was having a conversation this morning with two men, and I was like, the solution is going to be the return of our Savior, the Messiah, Yahawahshi. And they were like, no, there is no Messiah, there's no Messiah, there's no salvation, there's nothing, there's this, there's not that. You see, people they've lost their mind in this place, man. So Esau hates you, man. You can never get anything good from someone that hates you. You know? Esau hates you. He can't do anything good for you. Nothing good can come from Esau Edom, because he hates you. If he tries to do you a good, he's only setting a bait, setting a trap for you, just like you set a trap for a rat. And once you get fully into that trap, you get caught up in it.